What is going on, my Brabant brothers, my Simeon sisters? Deejus here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. Today, we have a continuation of both the Nutty lower level game series as well as the tournament series. Now, for y'all that don't know, the Nutty lower level game series is a series where you guys submit your games to me, and we go over them in front of all of YouTube. We see what you did wrong. We see what you did right, we have a good old laugh, and we learn. So if you think you have a game that's crazy, fun, exciting, please send it to Deejusproductions@gmail.com, but make sure it meets the following criteria in the more info section below. Anyway, hope to look forward to some more of those games. Anyway, also, the tournament series is continuing, the Smacky Cup 2. However, there's a little bit of a twist on this one. Before, we're looking at Division 1 in the Smacky Cup 2. Now we're looking at Division 2. Now, the Smacky Cup is 5 divisions. Division 1 is the number 1 through 256 best Fog players. Division 2 is 257 through 512. So you slowly move down. Division 2, more intermediate range level players. I believe both Bruce818 and Advanced Wars are around the 300, 400 best Fog players in Advanced Wars by Web. So, you know, more of the upper intermediate level of Fog players overall in the grand scheme of things. They still qualify for the Nutty lower level series in my books, though. Anyway, so this map right here, World's Legacy, is in round 3 of the Smacky Cup. Now, last time we looked at round 2 on the Great Ocean Road. Now we're looking at round 3. All divisions play the same exact maps in the same exact order. The only difference is the players. So we're looking at World's Legacy round 3. Now, looking at this map right here is quite large. It's one of those large, higher income. I believe both sides have 25k each. You have 2 labs that are semi-exposed, but not really. They're pretty safe, and you have 2 of them right next to each other. They're not split up, though, so if you do like a strong push as blue over here, it is possible to get them, but it's within like airport range. This is not really even HQ kind of rush sort of map, or lab rush sort of map. The real gimmick of this map is these bases in the middle. Now, I want to mention first, piperunners are banned. First thing y'all see is like, I get it. That was my first thought too. We're all monkeys on the inside, I understand. But piperunners are banned. So you have these 2 bases right in the thick of your opponent's base. You can't attack it directly. It has to be attacked by indirects. What would you build there? There's certain units that I would build. I've seen people build artillery. I've seen people build missiles to get the airport lock. I've seen people build recons, rockets, all sorts of things. Now, if you want to pause and try to think what the best unit to buy there is, have at it. Because there's one unit that I particularly always would get in this situation. That unit being the recon. Now, why the recon? Because the intelligence is worth much more than getting an artillery and maybe preventing this cap, not preventing that cap. You're also not going to have vision. You're going to need recon support to even do damage with an indirect, unless you have a missiles, but then you're just going to get worn down by an artillery every turn. It's going to cost you 24,000 or 2,400 buckaroonies to heal up every turn. It's probably going to die in a few turns to an artillery. So a recon is the best. It is worth the $800 in funds you have to pay for repairs every turn. It is worth the 4K investment. Keep pumping out those recons. If it dies, build a new recon. You're going to have 25k in most instances. Build those damn recons. Get that lovely, sweet intelligence. See when your opponent's building copters. See when they're building bombers. See when they're building stealth. See when they're building whatever. Recons are so OP on this map. You should only build recons. Don't build them too early in the game. Maybe you build them around like day 8 or 9 or something like that, once you have a more stable footing for your income. But I love this sort of recon buy here. I don't really like these intelligence maps because sometimes you forget there's a recon there, like, oh, surprise my opponent, and then they kill you. Like that happened to me in the Smacky Cup 1. I was like, they'll never see this artillery coming, and then I realized there was a recon there. I was like, oh shit, they knew about that. It wasn't a surprise. So always keep that in mind. Be cognizant of those freaky reekies that are getting a little peaky, okay? Another thing, yeah, pretty large. Airport's pretty forward, so you're gonna see a lot of copters action. There's a little island over here. You're not gonna want a black boat. You're gonna want a T-copter to get that. It's gonna take a while to get though. It's not one of those early T-copter rush bases. You want to get this over here. I mean, I can see some T-copter play going forward up here and down over here if, as black, but I don't see the first T-copter going back. I would push forward, maybe going for an early comm tower. Sort of presence over here. Early recons look really strong on this map. Super strong, actually. Look at these roads and shoals. Like, your early recon can early presence in the side. Even if you're not playing Sturm, any CO, recons are looking really good right here. I should mention, this is a tier 1 matchup. So looking at the CO choices right here, okay, so let's just be clear here. Nell is not allowed, but everyone else is allowed. Grit's allowed, Von Bolt, Sasha, Javier, Sturm, Hawk, everyone's allowed. Personally, I lean in the Hawk camp here. This is a big map, higher income. The game is not going to end soon, so you're going to get the superpower. Hawk superpower. If Hawk usually loses if you fight too early and he can't get his superpower to do maximum damage later. But this is a large, long kind of map. Hawk is going to get his superpower probably once, twice, thrice. You know what I'm saying? So I love Hawk here. Von Bolt is allowed, but Von Bolt's boring, man. Von Bolt's just like the easy pick. It's like he's always solid. So I'm glad no one picked Von Bolt. Sturm, I'm a little less hot on. Like if there was a forest right here, I'd pick Sturm for sure because it's like saving you some like movement costs. But there's not that many forests you're avoiding with like Sturm stuff. I see the appeal in the recons because you can hop over these plains, but in terms of like, you know, tanks and whatnot, you're not really saving any time getting to the front line because you can like avoid going through this forest over here. You can avoid going through these forests. There's no unavoidable forests. Personally, I think in order of COs that I would pick, probably Hawk, Von Bolt, Sturm, Sasha, Javier, Grit. Don't pick Grit. Grit, you're gonna get your ass whooped. This map is way too big for a little old gritty poo, and he's gonna get steamrolled by a Sturm or a Hawk or something. It's not going to be pretty, so there's no grit here, but I don't hate the Sturm pick. I don't hate the Sasha pick, but I'm a Hawk boy. What can I say? I love my hockey. So anyway, is there anything else that I want to mention about this map in the matchup? Oh yeah, well, one thing about Sasha, she does like the matchup against Sturm. If Sasha had to choose, first she'd like to pick against Hawk. Second, she likes to face against Sturm. She faces against Javier. She's not going to be able to stop his powers. She faces against Von Bolt. He's all about his day-to-day, not his power, so it's not as big a deal. So she hates facing Von Bolt. She hates facing Javier. Grit, maybe she likes playing, I suppose, but Sturm and Hawk are probably her top picks. Probably Hawk most likely, but Sturm's not a bad matchup. I like this. This is a pretty equal matchup. I do love myself a good old Sturm-Sasha matchup. I feel like they're both pretty balanced against each other. No one has too much of an advantage. One thing to note about Sturm, though, and I know this in the Nutty lower level series, people get hyper aggressive and go for 2 comp towers of Sturm a lot because they have less movement costs. They go for both comp towers and they sacrifice everything to get it, or sacrifice everything to get early properties, and they just can't hold them, and then they lose because they exert everything to get something they cannot feasibly hold in the long term. This is what I can tell the difference between high level Sturm play, low level Sturm play. High level Sturm play, you put some pressure on your opponent, but you don't just sack everything to prevent properties. Okay? You want to maintain pressure, but you don't want to go too crazy, or else you're going to lose all your units, and you're going to have no unit count, and you're going to lose. You're going to have a lot of income, but you're not going to have unit count. Anyway, another thing about Sasha they like about over Sturm battlecopters kind of suck. They have 80% firepower, and they also still die to one shot from an anti-air, so they're basically just weak copters. So I don't like Sturm copters. You still probably want to build them. There's a forward airport on this map. You're going to still want to build copters, but they're not nearly as good as Sasha, Hawk, Von Bolt, etc. copters. So I expect Sturm to still build some, though. Maybe some bombers, and maybe. Probably not, though. Anyway, without further ado, let us begin this game, because it is nutty. Anyway, starting in the bottom, in the blue moons, we have Brucey baby. In the top, in the black, Advanced Warrior, already using that super little Sturmy movement to get this in 1 cap, so he's already using it. That's a nice little early advantage from Sturm. He's going for the forward airport a little bit later. He actually can reach the forward airport in 2 turns, so maybe Sturm's advantage here is not necessarily avoiding forests with his tanks, but maybe the cap phase as well. 2 turns you get this, rather than 3 turns to get the airport, so that's pretty nice. Get a little shortcut over there, and look over here, you also, well, you can still reach this in 2 turns. There's a few advantages, not something huge, though, I would say, in terms of the cap fades, so nothing outlandish. But also we're seeing an early APC by Sasha, using that extra funds for early transport. Now, I love early T-copters on this map. I'm not as hot on APCs, because you have to go around all these rivers and stuff. Will it work? Maybe, but the thing is, I don't really like APCs versus Sturm, because you're going to face early recons, like Advanced Warrior. I'm actually a little surprised he didn't buy a day 3 recon. but he's probably going to buy a day 4 recon. That's just how Sturm is. Sturm loves recons. That is his most produced unit on a lot of maps. So need to watch out for all those freaky Rikis from Sturm. I don't like the APC opening into that. I fully expect a Sturm recon this turn. What? Double APC? They must have watched like a higher level player build an APC early on or something. Okay, well, it's not as bad for Sturm as for Sasha, because I guess you're expecting the recons and whatnot. So Sturm has that kind of scary factor. What is coming? Is he going to build a recon? Is he going to build a APC, T-copter? You don't really know. So having Sturm is a little scarier. Sasha, I don't freaking know. Build what you want. So both double APC, and very interesting. And going for the city over here rather than the airport. I would have gone for the airport early, get an earlier T-copter, get some presence over here. They don't even need to build an APC. You get the T-copter early, and you're looking good, you're looking great, you're looking fine. So let's see how these APCs perform. I don't have huge expectations. I guess he's going to be able to boost this APC over here to get the comm tower extremely early. Like I said though, Sturm gets that early comm tower. I win! No, that's not how it goes. You get both comm towers. It is not like capturing the HQ. You do not win. You have to win against your opponent's army. And if you sacrifice everything you've ever had for a comm tower, yeah, you're not going to live. So let's see if he can get that comm tower and hold it. More importantly, can he hold it? So the APC over here, both of them, this must be some, okay, so I would get these properties over here and here before I go for the comm tower. Same goes over here. You're not going to have fighting till like day 10 at the earliest, even with Sturm recons. So like, don't force the comm tower over there. That's silly. I also really like artillery on this map. Forgot to mention, I like artillery on this map. Look at these forests, these forward forests. You put an artillery here, you're pressuring that. You're kind of closing down the front for your opponent. There's like a little shoal over here, kind of closing off. You're securing the comm tower with the artillery. Artillery are pretty good on this map. Sturm loves artillery because they can slink through around and whatnot, and you have strong infantry walls. So Sturm artillery are quite nice. So we're seeing the first tank. Makes sense because you're going to go to recon. Okay. Interesting move over here. I probably would have pushed over here to get this property. Or this property or something over here. But he's looking like he's going for this property, then that's going to boost over there. Okay, I understand. There must be some like higher level opening that people are following and just mimicking. They both are doing the same exact build. Wow, what originality. Okay, so now they're actually splitting up what they're doing differently. Early tanks, they're going down over here. Strong side to weak side on this map are not as distinct. You can put your middle base over here, can go to the south, you can go to the north. Generally, this is going to be the weaker side for blue, I would suppose. Your HQ side over here is probably going to be slightly stronger because there's no forests blocking the way. If you go down here, there's a forest blocking over there. So maybe that's slight change. But this is one of those wishy-washy for strong side, weak side maps. You make your strong side, you make your weak side. The recon doesn't see anything. Doesn't get his pecan. Doesn't get his pecan or a pecan pie. That was a terrible joke. That wasn't even a joke. That was just a word I said. Anyway, early presence in the middle by blue. Looks like Advanced Warrior is pushing over here on the side more than blue, which is going over here heavily with the APC. Not rushing this comm tower over here necessarily. Next turn with this infantry over here, probably going to push for this property, which would be pretty nice. So, not a bad move. Go with APC over here, plop it in the forest over there. I would like to see some artillery by Sturm this next turn to get some presence. And we're seeing an early battle copter. I love it. Early battle copters on huge maps like this, your opponent is not going to be building anti-air this early in the game. It's day 8. Typically, you build anti-air day 8 through 10, but it's going to take a long time to reach the front lines. Typically, compared to this forward airport, it's closer than any of the bases to the front line, so it's going to reach there much quicker. You're probably going to have a turn or two advantage on your opponent in terms of having a copter before they have an anti-air. So, sneaky little Riki getting a little freaky over here, and he has no idea. This is probably going to have a unit that's going to be trapped, though. Like, if this infantry moves here, it is going to reveal the recon, and the recon will, okay, won't get killed by this tank, but it will be hit by this battlecopter, which is not that strong, personally, against a recon. And we see the anti-air because the Riki got a peeky. And get the comm tower, tank presence in the middle. Reveals right now, wanted to move over here up through there. So I'm expecting a battlecopter hit. There's no way an anti-air reaches this quickly. So it's probably gonna, not a great trade to be honest. 7-9, oofa. Not great. Not great trade for the copter. And we're seeing a base skip early. I'm not really a huge fan of this. I would have liked to see an artillery and then another infantry over there. Like I said, artillery is an investment. You're not going to have as much pressure. You already have the tanks to ward off the recons already. You don't really need to spam that many tanks right now. I would have liked him to either get an artillery, maybe tech up a little bit. This is one of those high-income maps. Having an early Neo tank or medium tank to catch your opponent off guard can be devastating. And if you're expecting a lot of recons, typically your opponent's going to have like less teched up units because they're going to have less infantry, more recons. You know, they're spamming out recons instead of infantry a lot of the time. So I like teching up for Sturm in general, unless they build an artillery wall or something that's and they go death bally crazy. But anyway, early presence, not really that much fighting though. The Riki got his Peaky and then he retreated. And now we see the first recon right here. I love that. Honestly, as early as you possibly can, get this property right here as blue as well. Get a recon, get a peek on. And then you have to dedicate an artillery to kill it over and over and over again. Just get a recon. Like, it doesn't matter if it dies. It doesn't matter if it gets damaged. You have to pay $800 every turn. Keep it alive. Build a new one if it dies. You get to see what's built in the copter, or build in the airport over there. You get to see what's moving up here. All the bases have to go past this general area, except for this bottom one that can slink through the side. So you know it's going to come out of 2 bases in 1 airport. It's phenomenal. You need that recon. So, let's see if blue does the same thing. He sees the recon, so he should get his own. I don't know why he hasn't yet. I swear, if he builds like an artillery or something stupid, I'd be disappointed in him. Riki gets his Peaky. Gets a nice free hit off. Blue has no tanks in position over here. I don't like how these tanks are so positioned like this. Let me see what he could have done different. Like this tank over here, probably on this plane right here. And this tank is like stationed in the middle, so there's more coverage, so it can cover everything. He's a little afraid of this getting attacked, I suppose. That's why the tank is so close. But he doesn't really have good coverage over here. So, you know, got a free little hitty over there. Hitty on a city. But he wants to put pressure over here. I guess that's why the tank is over there. Anti-air is in position. You would know about this anti-air if you had a recon. I'm surprised he doesn't build a recon yet. Build a damn recon early. Okay? Early. Build that recon. Beginning of the turn. Don't even wait till the end of the turn to buy. Build at the beginning of the turn. Why wait? Reveal. Don't attack into this without knowing. Build a recon first. Combining units. Interesting. I don't know what the point of that was. Okay. Very aggressive by Sasha so far. And he's doing it. He's dedicating an artillery. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, 6k, maybe if you kill like 3 recons is worth it. Or even 2, I suppose. But like, the dedication of 1 artillery to this base that's never going to do anything else but the recon. Like, you need all your units in the front lines. You're relieving some pressure by attacking that recon. You're probably better off taking tank shots and even preventing caps in the middle than you are just fighting off a recon that's going to rejuvenate and he's going to buy a new one. Especially when it's a Storm recon. How much is going to do to it? 3 damage? Maybe 4 damage to a recon? It's hard to kill those little bastards. So, early black boat. Man. I hate a black boat here, man. I mean, I guess later on you could put an infantry there and like transport, but like, just get a T-copter, man. They're cheaper. There's just more utility to them. I don't like the black boat. Maybe it can draw a Sturm meteor later on, for all I know. Maybe, but I don't see that happening. Could happen, though. Anyway, Advanced Warrior has an early income lead. If you look at Sasha, he has 18 properties. It says 19,800 because of his Sasha 10% advantage, or rather 100 extra buckaroonies per city. But Advanced Warrior does have the income advantage. He's looking pretty good. Tank gets a really nice juicy hit off. Kind of a freebie right there. Onto a plane from a silo. You don't really want to allow that. You're also overextending. You're attacking into your opponent's area. He is halfway across the map. It's going to take Advanced Warrior 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 turns to reach this. And it's going to take 3+ turns for blue to reach this. I don't like this overextension. This is the part where I probably would back off as blue. You lick your wounds. You don't keep fighting into this. It's not all a sunk cost. You don't have to lose the game, die on the hill to fight and overextend to prevent this cap over here. Just saying. But let's see what he does. I have a hankering that he's going to attack into that. Oh my god. Build a damn recon too. You would see all of this movement. All of this movement. You need a recon here. And you should build the first thing you should do. The first thing before he does anything at all. Before he brushes his teeth. Before he eats his cereal. Before he does God knows what in the morning. Build a recon. Build a recon. Okay, well, Nutty lower level series is earning its name. Okay, well, you have your zone. Oh, we have a recon at home. Why would I need another recon? Hee hoo ha ha. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, you're not gonna reach that copter, man. This is way out of position as well. And this copter can reach that copter after he kills off a few units. He's gonna be able to kill the infantry, kill the copter. It's not looking good for blue early. I'll just say right now for Brucey baby. He sneaks a little infantry in. Okay, now the copter will live. But he's really overextending now. He's gonna get a lot of free hits on all of these units over here. Looking a little dubious. And he builds an artillery. This guy's nuts, man. Okay. I see you, I guess. He really wants to forward presence. He has the vision granted because he has his own recon and tanks in the general vicinity, so it works. But this is hyper aggressive, man. I don't know about that. This seems a little too overextending. Way too easy to reinforce for blue. Blue's going to town on the sides over here, black's going to town on the sides over here, capturing everything. Blue has a lot of catching up to do, and this recon's probably going to interrupt these two as well. So, a little dubious. I don't know why this is retreating like that. You can probably just fire off on that, but he's not. Is he going to retreat? Advanced Warrior is retreating. Interesting. That's an interesting thing. I mean, you could attack these two tanks over here. The artillery can't only reach this one over here, so you can do 2 hits over here, kill that tank, wrap one around, attack this. I mean, there's some gameplay over here. He doesn't know about this anti-air over there. He hasn't seen the anti-air go through, so maybe he's a little scared of the anti-air. So he's conceding the middle pretty much to blue. Interesting. I'm also surprised that this recon's being very passive. I would have put this recon not in this forest, but like revealing, I don't know, this forest, anywhere over here, is to see what's going on the sides over there. Because you see all this forces over here, you have to use your imagination. If blue's sending everything over here, and you have intel and you see where everything's going, there's probably nothing over there but infantry. So why not put your recon over there? I mean, even if there isn't infantry, even if there is one tank, that tank will not kill a Sturm recon. It is not powerful enough. Tank and an infantry will still not kill a Sturm recon on a plane. So I would put that Sturm recon forward, see what's going on, attack these little guys on the city if need be, but utilize that recon. Utilize this recon. These recons are offensive. Sturm recons are offensive. They don't want to sit around. They have that super high movement. This is your intel recon. You want to be utilizing this recon. I would have put a much more aggressive position. I get it, he doesn't want to die in the force, but like, context clues, you see a lot of army here. If there's like 2 infantry or whatever here, there's probably a lot of units like on the sides, but if everything's in the middle, you know, process of elimination. Anyway, blue going for the attack. He's actually going to get both properties. Wow, the gamble paid off, I suppose. That's a wild gamble. Is he going to be able to stop this though? He needs to. No, he's definitely not going to get that cap. He's definitely not going to get that cap. But Advanced Warrior still actually has the income advantage, despite being Sturm, not Sasha. So that's going to be an easy interrupt to the cap. Reeky Peekies. Attacks the APC. Slowly but surely enter moving forward, or artillery moving forward. Both of them captured the back city over here, while blue is in the process of doing quite soon. But Advanced Warrior is playing very passive. I'm surprised, to be honest. I guess in this situation, maybe you build rockets and then you build a strong death ball and do a methodical push. That wouldn't go astray right here. Neotank is, that's alright, I suppose. It's going to be hard for blue to reinforce against the Neotank, because once they find out there's a tucked up unit, a bomber is going to take 2 to 3 turns to reach where the Neotank is, so it's not a bad decision. I do kind of like rockets in this situation. You put rockets here, you slowly push. You build a big death ball, you push, you push, you push. Right now, they're kind of fragmented. One army over here, one army over here. You really want to regain control over here. That artillery is not that scary. Put your own artillery here. Fire back and forth. Keep it occupied. Maybe have another artillery. Maybe overwhelm it with 2 artillery versus 1 artillery. That artillery won't survive that long. It's not that scary, to be perfectly honest. You want to reunite your forces. You don't want to be pincered like Moses parting the rivers or whatever the hell. Okay? So you want to make sure that your units are together. Especially as Sturm in a little death ball when you have some indirects. So blue's retreating. He got what he wanted. He got the property. And now he finally has the income lead. Granted, He actually has 24,000 to 25,000, so he's actually behind. But since he's Sasha, he has the extra 10 or 100 funds, so it looks like he has more. But he's missing this property over here to tie it. So let's see what he can do. Now Advanced Warrior is starting to pull a little before. Now he's doing the overwhelming. There you go. Overwhelm this thing. There's also like no intel. This thing has no idea what's going on. Imagine having a recon here. You see the Neo tank, you build a bomber already. But he doesn't have any intel. He's going to get caught off guard by that Neo tank. I just know it. I have a hankering. And then he builds... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. This one recon died. He builds another one. It's 4K. Look, so cheap, man. It's like nothing. It's keeping this occupied as well. This artillery is being occupied. I love this recon. I love all the recons on this map. Everyone loves recons. But now Advanced Warrior is doing a little subtle push down here. Little push. Little pushy whoosh. Meanwhile, Bruce baby over here, he's going toward the top. So we're seeing a little push up here, and we're seeing a little push down here, you know, like a piston. I feel like we're going to maybe have some comm tower trades in the process. Blue in the middle, he's backing off a bit. He got what he wanted in this property. He doesn't really need to be this forward anymore. He could probably shift these troops downward or upward. He has the middle, so he has the say in where do I want to front shift easiest. Although, front shifting on this map is much more difficult because the recon sees where you're going. So you can't really catch your opponent off guard when you front shift. It's more like standard play where your opponent sees where you're going. Front shifts can still be effective if your opponent sees where you're going, but they're just not as powerful. But they're still good, so let's see what Blue can muster. He gets one hit off on that artillery, but now this artillery is going to DEI. Boonga, bonga. And now there's no recon support, so how can he even see? It's blind as a bat. Blind as a bat. Bagoonga, baganga. Yeah, but now Black's reinforcing. You got a tank over here to match this tank, but he doesn't have an anti over here, and this copter is ready to feast. Now we're seeing the rockets. I like the rockets. Start the methodical push. Bring them over here. Put in the forest. You boom, 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 boom. Beat all them. Put in this forest. Boom, 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 boom. Put in the middle. Boom, 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 boom. Like you just push forward. That's Sturm, baby. Strong infantry walls. Good use of indirects. That's Sturm's bread and butter. And recons. Recon early game presence. Then you tech up the units. And tech up the indirects. I love rockets as Sturm. Everyone else, I hate rockets. So we're seeing the market crash. Tank gets a hit off. You don't want to attack this on the city now because it's got 40% defense, 20% firepower. Sturm tanks only have 90% attack, so not really going to be doing too much. So I wouldn't be surprised if the tank does not attack into that. Also, there's a copter ready to make that tank a dead boy. And did you see the new tank? I guess he just got a hankering. He just knew something was off, maybe? Huh. Called it 6 cents, I don't know, but he built a bomber. He didn't even see the Neo tank yet, good for him. So, bye-bye. Neo tank comes in, boonga doonga doonga. Yeah, now we're seeing the great offensive by Advanced Warrior. He's pissed off. The rockets are coming forward. All the units, it's blue, you're gonna back off. I don't like that trait. So you're attacking over here. Remember what I said, you don't attack everywhere at once. You're attacking all out here, don't attack there, because there's gonna be other units that are gonna take advantage of you. So, you see all this going on over here? Your opponent's kind of weak? Yeah, don't attack elsewhere. That's my advice to you. And also, dedicating 2 artillery to kill a recon, that's a little sussy baka in my book. Because the recon's still going to get, intel every single turn. I'd still be able to recon. I don't care if it dies in 1 turn. I'm building recon every single turn. I just love recon so much on this map. So, here comes the copter, here comes the tank, infantry, and just like that, blue has won the side over here. There's a tank over here, but it stands no chance against the others. This tank can shift northward. Blue's probably going to win this over here. Probably retreat down here, I would suppose. Retreat in the middle. Looks like his winning opportunities up here at the moment. Retreat in the middle, win up here. Seems to be a good MO right here. He's overextended. He's going to lose that property that he worked so hard to get, though. But hey, you got to lick your wounds sometimes. The artillery are getting into position. They're a little defensive, though. They're not going to be able to stop that. He might sack a couple infantry to get that, but I don't know if it's worth it. Smart move moving the tank back over here. You don't know what's going on over here. You're winning over here. You're losing over here. You don't know what's going on in the corner over here. That property is a little sketch. You don't want to overextend and lose an infantry because unit count matters the most. Recon build first. I love it. First thing you do, build the recon. Beepity beep 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 beep. He's going all out. Damn. Okay. But he has nothing on the city though. That is sussy. That is sussy. Ooh, that's also a terrible trade. Look at that. Takes 1 damage from a 3 HP tank? Man, that's wonky. Okay. Medium tank comes in, but he has nothing to put on the city to defend. And he's going to the Great Abyss. And that's on a road. Even more egregious than leaving the city open is the Neotank is on a road, which is going to enable to be one-shot by that bomber. Especially with a Sasha power. That's a really big overextension by Advanced Warrior. Getting a little too cocky. He was way too passive earlier, and now he's like overcompensating by getting too cocky. You want to have more position. If you kill something with a Neotank, ideally surround it with other units afterwards. Put an infantry here, a tank here. You make it hard for a bomber or another opposing Neotank or even a medium tank to do damage to you. This is just a sitting duck. Even if there's a bomber, even if there's a Neotank in this forest, that's still a phenomenal trade. Neotank on a road, attack from a Neotank on a city, like that's just asking for it. So I don't like that Neotank aggressiveness. You don't want to put that in the front lines like that and just sacrifice 22,000 just like that. And it's going to go bye-bye. It's going to go bye-bye. That's the sad part. So first thing Blue should do, recon, please. No, first thing, market crash or whatever. Look at all that money. Holy shit. He's definitely going to wipe out Advanced Warriors. All his charge, but yeah, recon first. Bomber attack? I don't think you even need the power to kill this in one shot, do you? Copter coming in. Sees this over here. Does not see that. Oh, they both don't reach. The copter's getting a free hit, and I think he's going to get the city too. Beepity beepers. I think even if that attacks from the infantry, it won't do enough if he uses the power here. He's gonna... No! Brucey baby! He's making a little Brucey comeback over here. Don't look now. But Advanced Warrior. He is over here. He's got, oh god knows, 7 infantry or something over here against 1 in a tank. Can the tank hold down the fort? That remains to be seen. But that Neotank is deady dead. And a boonga. Oh wow, it didn't kill. That's Sturm defense for you. Now it's dead. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah, you're not gonna... Oh, okay. He's sacrificing it all to get that interrupt. I'm surprised he hasn't used the power yet. What is he waiting for? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, 4 damage to kill a whole copter. I mean, I guess you already have the bomber here, so it's not a huge deal. The bomber's gonna die regardless, so... Okay, here comes the market crash. Sapping. Oh my god, look at all this money. Oop. All gone. 63,000 in charge. Gone. Zip, zip, zippity zero, zoopity doo-dah. Gone. Don't... What is this? Don't do that. You're putting this on a road, man. There's a copter. Why are you sacking your hand there? Put the tank on... Attack the tank on there. Okay, do that. Yeah, don't... What? Now the medium tank's gonna get a free kill on that. You're gonna kill the bomber, you're gonna get a free kill on that anti-air over there. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's better. Okay. He proved me wrong. He had it this time. He had units ready to surround it. Smart. Sort of trapped the medium tank a little bit too. Not completely, but a little bit trapped. APC2 coming in. Hey, that medium tank can get a free hit on this artillery over here. Not terrible. This bomber's pretty well protected. I'm liking this. It's going to still get hit. That's why you have rockets. Rockets going to guarantee that bomber is going to get hit. It's not going to die, but it's going to get hit. Probably knocked down to 3 or 2. Probably, actually maybe 4 with the power up. So let's see how much it does. The Advanced War sneaking these little properties over here. Let's look at that little sneaker over there. You can sneak this one too. You can go for 3 and try to overwhelm. Yeah, there you go. Boonga. Boonga. And there goes the bomber. 4, I would guess. Yep, 4-7. Not bad. Still does a lot of damage. Bonk. Does 8 to artillery. Bonk, 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 bonk. Kills the copter. See, that copter didn't need to die. Even though this bomber got hit, you still... I didn't like that copter. The copter could have attacked the medium tank or something else that could have been covered. The Defense War is going balls to the wall in the middle. Unable to stop that. Honestly, I think Bruce can get both comm towers. Uh-oh. Not good for Advanced Warrior. Not good for Advanced Warrior. Boonk. Boonk. He's saving up his... How does he have so much money? Oh my god. This Sasha income is nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Let's look at the stats real quick. Pretty dead even. 15-15 kills to death. Really dead even right now. Okay, I'm impressed. Okay. So Bruce, what is Bruce gonna do? He needs to damage that and the medium tank's kind of a pest. Neo tank isn't quite in range yet. He needs that Neo tank or medium tank to bonk around a little bit more and find out and get hit. That backload, I guess, is doing some work, but he's gonna get the comm tower this turn. Not this turn, maybe the next turn. This is gonna have like a little bit of a stab in the back kind of attack, but it's only gonna stop it for 1 turn extra. So that's not gonna be that devastating. Another marker crash boosting that defense. Sasha is now getting quite a nice income advantage, although he's going to lose at least 1 or 2 of these. Gets a bonk off on the rocket. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. Not only does it cost 50k, it's a pain in the ass to move it 5 spaces every turn. So even getting in the position, that's why you want to go for the indirects. It's hard to put them in the position, especially if they're not stern. But even as stern, when they have 0% movement stuff, it's still frustrating. So he does not even bother interrupting this. This tank over here is like, I'm scared. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. There might be an artillery. There might be something going on over there. I'm just going to be chilling over here. And I can't blame him. He doesn't know what's going on. It's risky. But now there's going to be another wild income swing. Boom, 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 boom. Attacks. Slowly stops it temporarily, but it's not really going to matter. He's going to get the comm tower next turn. He's going to have 2 comm towers soon, probably. Oh, wow. Look at that. Bong, 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 bong. That's pretty devastating attack, not gonna lie. Advanced Warrior is cleaning up in the middle right now. He's cleaning him up. And he Bruce built another artillery. Man, I guess it's doing some damage, but you'd know about this Neo tank. You could build your own bomber. There's just so many factors. Like, you will never know because you never had the intelligence to really compare how much of a difference it would make, but I guarantee you a recon would be so much more valuable than an artillery. So we're gonna see Bruce is gonna get 2 comm towers easily. Dunk, dunk. Okay, interesting over here. That's a interesting attack. Okay. Didn't expect that. Okay, I would coalesce these tanks. Don't attack into the 6 HP. Pull them back over here. Bring them back. Attack that tank, attack that anti-air, finish off the anti-air maybe with your own anti-air. Yeah, bring them back, bring them home, bring the boys home. Oh, he's going for the recon. Interesting. Market crash again. Buy income. Oh my, how does he have so much money? Like, he doesn't spend all of it. He spends like maybe like 15k of his 26k a turn. He saves so much money. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You can capture this. Man, Drew's gonna go to town over here. He should be feeling pretty good. Oh, he's really prioritizing. He doesn't want to go for the city. Interesting. He might regret that later because it's going to be hard to regain that. A lot of units. It's still a massacre in the middle, though. Still a massacre. This tank, though, is like, I know they're near. It literally cannot move off that comm tower. He wants to hold the comm tower as long as possible. That'd be a great advantage. Sasha with 2 comm towers for Sturm. Sturm's going to just be like, stop it. 80% firepower. Stop it. Like, Sasha's gonna be much stronger if she can hold 2 comm towers. See if she can. But it looks like Advanced Warrior's like, You're gonna get that? But I need that, man. I need that shit. He's moving up northward. Smart move, withdrawing them north, not fighting down here and going up there. He needs to retreat them with the main crowd. So that needs to move up. There you go. Still in range of this little thing. First move, gets the comm tower. Smart move, I like it, Brucey. I like it, Brucey. Tank reinforcement. He smells something's going fishy over here. He sees 2 infantry. He saw another one go in the forest. He's probably expecting like an an artillery in the forest or something soon. So he's getting a little wary. He wants to get another tank in support. Okay, slowly shifting his units up. The Neo tank is not really as supported as you'd like to see. It's on a silo, but this sees everything. Yeah, we'll see. I have a feeling that's not really protected as you would like it to be. But he has 2 comm towers at least, so maybe that'll help out. Now, Bruce is looking really good. End of the turn. He has nearly 50k. His unit value is already higher than his turn before he even takes his turn. Bruce is looking really good right here. Bruce is actually behind in income. Soon not to be, but... Bonk! Now they're dead even. But he needs to stop these 2 caps over here, which he'll do with ease. He builds a lander. I don't even think that saves any time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here. Okay, from here to like it's a, you plop it here, it's identical. It's identical. Unless you're going northward, maybe it's quicker, but if you're going in the middle, it's identical. Why the flipping flup did he build a lander? What? What the hell? How's he building a lander? I don't know. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. But now, anyway, Bruce is bringing all his units up north. He realizes Advanced Warrior is doing the same, so he's going to react to that, getting all his units in position, saving some money as well. He's going to be over 50,000 next year. What the hell? He loves saving money. Here comes BBs. And boom, 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 boom. And Blue's cleaned up. And the units are not in position. They can't do a counterattack. In one turn, he's going to recapture the comm tower. Bruce better get ready. Brucey, babe. You better get ready, boy. Bunka, bunka. Is that enough? Ooh, no. Advanced Warrior will be regaining that property. And Blue doesn't have that many infantry in position to recap, so once it's lost, it's hard to regain. So, tricky dicky. Tricky dicky for sure. Tank comes in, attacks from the silo. I hate that lander, man. I hate that lander. Stupid sexy lander. Anyway, these copters are all revealed. Nope, not. No, okay, that's good. Good. They're right outside the vision. I like that. Right outside anti-air range. I like that. Neotank needs to be probably behind it right here. It's probably a good spot for it on that plane. This is dubious, though. This is looking scary. Advanced Warrior's got a lot of units up there. I don't like these tanks attacking over here. At the same time, they're going to get mauled. And that rock, this is not safe at all. There's shoals. This is not an ocean tile. That is completely exposed. And you're trying to capture a property in the middle of this huge attack? That's a Mang's infantry if I've ever seen one. Don't like that at all. If he had a recon here, maybe he'd know about this other Neo tank. Maybe he'd know about all these units shifting over here. He's literally got everything over here. One medium tank over here and one copter. That's basically it. Everything is up there. He's really like sending it. And Blue is still saving money. Oh my god, 3 infantry. He's got so much money. Oh, but Advanced Warrior, man, he's gonna get his power. Dunk, donk, dinkity, dunk, dank, donk, dunk. He's gonna get the power for sure. Boonk, bonk. And then it's gonna hit probably... Oh, maybe that's the lander's gonna get hit. Okay. So the lander, the bomber, the T-copter are gonna get hit by this meteor strike? Because he's 100% getting it, yeah. Bonk. Okay. Just 4 damage to these over here. That's not the end of the world. It actually didn't do that much, to be perfectly honest. But more important, though, gives you 10% firepower, 10% defense. So now Sturm has 130 defense. Very hard to attack his units. You're going to take in some good counterattack damage as well. Honestly, if he was able to cap this turn, that would have been devastating. It would have been really hard to stop him from capping. But now, oof, look at these infantry 4s over here. Bruce now, he's in a little bit of a pickle. He's a little bit of a pickle. He's got a lot of money, man. He should have been pumping out units left, right, and center with all that money. Now, what's he going to build? 2 Neo tanks and a tank? Like, that's crazy, man. Use your money. This is like Numi all over again. I think Numi had like 55,000 in funds and didn't spend it. This is like Numi part 2. He's going to build another bomber? What's he going to do with that other bomber? Is he going to heal it? I don't get why he's saving so much money. I don't get it. He's not Colin. Like this, he's playing him like Colin almost. And Advanced Warrior is going to get the cap. Boom, 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 boom. Over here, he's attacking as well. What is Bruce to do? What is Bruce to do? This is massive. This is a good death ball by Advanced Warriors. Kudos. That's pretty strong. Even the T-copter is getting involved. I love these T-copters on the map. They're doing a lot of work. They're really transporting units left, right, and center. Putting more pressure in the properties on the side. So I love T-copters. They're really paying their dues. These things, yeah, they're not. These things suck, fat one. They suck, if you know what I mean. So don't do that. T-copters, though, love them. Love them. He sees his medium tank. Yeah, what do you have to counter that? I guess just hope that he attacks into this. But then he sees it as well. He's not going to attack into that if he sees it. You don't want to show your artillery. Copter. Oh, this is gonna be ugly. Oh, this is gonna be ugly. This is gonna be ugly. Late market crash. Okay. I think Advanced Warrior is gonna mop him up this turn on the top. Bonk. Donk. Combine. Oh, no, a recap. Kill off one of them Copters. Wait. Oh, this one couldn't reach. Okay, for a second I was like, why didn't he kill that with him? One of the anti-air, but it makes sense now. Bonk. Look, Neotank reveals, Neotank attacks. Whoa. That is a bad trade. That's a first strike, and you're doing a 6-7? Oof. That's the power of power, and that's the power of 2 comm towers to 0. And he's not going to have a comm tower, so Bruce is actually okay. I thought he was dead for a second. These terrible trades, and this bomber can get a hit on the other healthy Neotank, so not all his hope is lost. He needs a recon, though. One thing I'm noticing about Bruce, he doesn't have enough recons. He has one over here. He's late to the game. He should have had this like turns ago over here. He has no vision. He's got these tanks, but he can't see this artillery. Meanwhile, Advanced Warrior's got really good vision. He can see with the recon here, he sees with the recon here, he sees with the recon here, he sees with the recon. I love Advanced Warrior's vision. This is Fog of War. A lot of it, winning in Fog of War, is your intelligence. Your intelligence gathering versus your opponent. Advanced Warrior sees everything. He knows what to expect. He knows where the units are. He saw that this is over here. He retreated his medium tank. He sees where everything is. Bruce is kind of fighting blindly. And granted, it's been working out for him pretty well for how that's been going, but I don't know. And this thing has been useless. It hasn't been doing jack shit for like 10 turns. That artillery right there, useless. Useless. I would have just like, at this point, like delete it, build a recon, man. Like, just cut your losses. Not worth it. Anyway. Brucey. Still somehow maintaining somewhat equal income. Bomber gets a nice juicy hit. Attack the anti. Oh, not attacking the artillery. I would have. Well, to be fair, this actually won't be able to attack anything. Except for that 2 HP tank, so it's not that big of a deal. Or that infantry. Bonk. Okay, not a terrible engagement with Bruce, okay. But he has more units over here, so he needs to win something over here, because he has less than Advanced Warrior over here. That Neotank's going to be a little bit of a pest. But he has a medium tank over here that's going to heal to full HP, probably bring it down. Another market crash. Not going to allow Sturm another power for the rest of the game, probably. Once Sturm uses one power for Sasha, it's really hard to get another one off. Just by virtue of like the increased 20% cost, and then the Sasha powers just, they never stop coming. Boom, 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 boom. Advanced Warrior, good wall breaking though. Weakens the Neotank, weakens the bomber. It's still kind of up in the air though. Advanced Warrior's units are a little bit weak. He's got this weak Neotank, but he has numbers. He has a lot more numbers over here. Whereas Bruce has less numbers. He needs to push over here. He needs to like win these properties back for some like... Honestly, he could do an HQ push over here, to be honest. APC, pressure, kill the copter with this anti. This is doable, actually. It's going to take 4 turns to cap it, though, with 1 infantry. But it means doable. Because he's going to lose this up here. He can't win this long term. He's got to retreat. He's probably going to fight on, though, and he's going to lose up there. Okay, he's retreating. Yeah, he would have just lost if he kept fighting there. Boonga. Neotank, or medium tank, getting a little too ballsy over here, but the thing is, he only has 1 anti-air right there. Luckily for him, he has another one nearby. So this copter is actually not going to get a free hit as he thinks. Ooh, bye-bye copter. Brucey with the counterplay at the bottom, coming soon to a theater near you. Okay. Advanced Warrior, though. A lot of units at the top. A lot of units. Now, if I'm Bruce, I'm probably going to heal all my units. Donk. Kills off the copter, 1-shots it. Only does 3 to the medium tank, though. He needs to heal those tanks, though. When you have Sasha, typically I'm more inclined to heal because you're going to have more money. Might as well use that money to heal your units. So I'm expecting him. Maybe you could do a front shift, bring these all south. Build an indirect over. I feel like he needs indirects over here to like stop him from capturing all these properties over here. Advanced Warrior's backing off a bit. I guess he's waiting to heal these units first. And then once he gets the full HP Neotanks, I think he's going to press again. But he's not really going too far deep. Honestly, if I'm Advanced Warrior, I'm probably going for the throat, capturing one of these 2 properties next turn, just because you're winning so handily over there. Copter coming in. Donk. Oh, you really wanted to kill that? So the medium tank can go right in the sweet spot and hit both of those and not get hit back. But, oofa, not happening. And he's going for the throat now. He's got the artillery backing up. Advanced Warrior's looking pretty strong right now. I say he has the lead for sure. Man, imagine if you're Sturm facing this. That'd be a beautiful meteor strike. But it's Sasha, not Sturm. So this copter's going to get weakened, but not killed, because that is a weakened off anti-air. Badunga. And he needs to get some counterplay down there. I don't see him winning unless he does. And I think there's a 35-day limit. I'm not entirely sure. Now the front shift has begun. Advanced Warrior got what he wanted. I like him moving the center presence. Capture this property. Blue is isolated over here. Go in the center where you have maximum flexibility. You have better vision. Flexibility and vision you have in the center. Over here, you don't really know what's over there. You have the recon, which is nice, but you could get maybe these two properties, but he's not pushing it. He sees the Neo Tank. He knows if he moves here first, he's going to have the advantage, because then this Neo Tank's going to have to follow. You're going to be one turn behind. Wait, I got to come. Wait. And then at a point, you can't come, because then if you're on the shoal or in the plains over here, you're going to get... So I like that front shift. Very beautiful by Advanced Warrior. I don't know about this attack over here. It actually looks like it'll work, so I changed my mind. These copters spam by Sturm, I guess it was unexpected for Bruce facing Sturm copter spam because they're so weak. But he doesn't have enough anti-air to deal with these copters, so they're going to town over here. And the medium tank is healed up now. I guess we're just kind of winning on all fronts now. And, ooh. He's attacking into that. That's going to be brutal. Yeah, that's going to be brutal. I think it's going to be a big turn for Advanced Warrior. Reveals. Weakens the infantry. Oh, he can get the comm tower, too, maybe. Maybe, that's a gamble. But boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Man, he's so weak. Is that 2 artillery? Oh, it's 5 HP though. Okay, that's why I didn't die. I was like, what? Kills the copter. I was like, ugh, ugh, ugh. 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 Oh, yeah, that's looking like a knockout blow if I've ever seen. And imagine if you got the meteor strike here too. I mean, there's not even that much units left to hit. It would probably hit. Why is there a second black boat? What? When the hell did he build a second? Why did he build a... He wanted the meteor here? Like what? Okay, so the Sturm here... Oh. Why? You don't even have enough infantry to pump out enough to even justify one. Why are you building another one to heal a freaking bomber? What in the literal baboon brain bagab? Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul. Okay, anyway, he heals his bomber. Hooray! And he resigns. All right, I think Bruce definitely has some chances there. Bruce was aggressive early, and it actually worked out for him, even though it probably shouldn't have. I think he would have been punished in a more disciplined game. I think both of them went a little nutty at the beginning. But later on, Bruce was looking really good up about here. He needed to front shift this Neo Tank to that shoal there. Get these all, but Neo Tank was too slowing behind, and then at that point, you can't get any counterattacks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can actually do some damage back. You have the copters in position. The copters aren't in position to defend it. You got all these are killed. First strike, no counterattack. Couldn't do anything left. He killed off one tank, and he's attacking from road. And then he just got cleaned up after that. And then the rest is history. The recon too, man. Advanced Warrior knew when a bomber was coming. He knew when the copters were coming. Black got caught up, or Blue got caught off so many times with the copter. And look, the copter spam at the end. Copter spam, boom, boom, boom. If he had a recon, he would have known about the copters. I think the biggest tilt was not building recon there. He would have known so much more when the first Neo Tank was built, when the rockets was built, when the copter spam happened. He would know all of these things. With 4K. And this one, I think he only killed off 1, maybe 2, and he gave up with the artillery. Like, he just gave up. You don't want to waste your artillery's time attacking this recon here. So, that recon was MVP easily. He saw what was going on when all the units went by, when all the units went by this way, whenever anything was built from the airport over there. was just the MVP by a grand mile. So, well played, Advanced Warrior. I really like this Death Ball towards the end too. Like that's scary. That's scary right there. That's scary right there. You attack into it, you're still gonna lose, and oof. And then right here, oof, that's scary. Yeah, good luck attacking into that. And then you're just getting everything. So well played by Advanced Warrior. Bruce, I think, had some good play early on too, but he just got a little too nutty with the C units as well. And the saving and the money. I get you want to save money, but imagine if he had like 4 Neo tanks up here instead of 2. Like, he could have afforded it. Like, he had enough money for more tanks and more everything. And he could have pumped out copters every single turn. He literally could have had like 1 billion copters. So he only built like copter here, copter here, copter here. Like, why is he not spending money? Why not make it harder for your opponent to make even more anti-air? I just didn't get that. Like, he could have built copters literally every single turn, but he didn't. So that was a little questionable, but I think he still has some decent play. Anyway, that was a nutty game. I hope you guys learned something. Don't build these. Hope you guys were entertained, and I'll see you guys next time.